Peace and love reflection. I'm going to talk about a crystal today. One of my favorites to work with for sure is Labradorite. This is my pendant. I work with this Power Stone for Leos, Power Stone for Pisces, I believe Sagittarius as well. So, as you are one of those sun signs, then it's going to help you express your sun energy to a higher capacity. And you'll be able to tap into those energies more. Doesn't mean that if you're not one of those signs that you can't work with the crystal. It'll just help to resonate more strongly with you if you are one of those sun signs. And you're trying to express that energy. If you have one of those signs somewhere else in your chart, then you can use the stone to work with that expression of yourself, that dimension of yourself, right? So one thing to keep in mind, if you're new into stones, new into crystals, whenever you get a stone or crystal, always look to cleanse it. First thing you want to do is cleanse it. Who touched the stone or crystal before you touched it? What kind of energy did they have? They're for sure, gonna transfer some of those energies into it. Whatever it may be. There are some crystals and stones out there that do not hold negative vibrations. Labradorite is not one of them. So be mindful when you pick that up. Ways that you can cleanse it. White sage will do the trick. You can run it under water, set it out in the sun. Violet flame, you can invoke the violet flame. Any other energy works that you have in your practice will also help. Okay? And with labradorite, few things that this will enhance. Okay, first it will start to open up your intuition. Okay? So if you're looking to get a stronger intuitive sense, this will be a very strong choice to work with. And they come in many different forms. One example, a pendant, right? This is a polished pendant. This right here is a raw piece. Okay, this is the raw stone. So somebody took this raw stone, polished it out, and made a pendant out of it, made a ring out of it. Okay? So what the raw form helps me personally with is just getting to that raw energy. Okay, just getting right down to the core of it. Polished pieces you can still work with. It'll especially labradorite. The polished pieces are can be very, very, very beautiful. But the raw it has that more natural vibe to it. So keep that in mind. That may sway how you're going to use that particular piece. So a raw piece for me, if I'm trying to just tap into it and like hold in my hand, find my stillness and tap into it, I'd much rather have a raw piece. Much rather have a raw piece. On the flip side of that, if I am looking to scry, okay, so my guess is you've seen like a cartoon or some show or something like that where somebody's looking at the crystal ball and like, what does your future say? That is scrying. A mad shout out to Gary for teaching me that. I appreciate you. And scrying, so different, so raw piece, okay? This is a polished sphere. So where this is a polished pendant, polished sphere. So spheres, what a sphere will do with the pendant, it's sending the energy out, right? So like energy isn't really going out this way, it's moving to you. Okay? So with a sphere, what's happening is the energy is moving everywhere. So this whole room is being lit up with this energy. Okay? I'll see if I can get some good flashes in there for you. I'm just kind of moving around, not sure how it's going to look in there. Natural sunlight is going to be the best way you're going to tap into the flashes for sure. And like I said, it could just be beautiful. You might be like, oh man, this is such a beautiful stone. I'm gonna get that. All right, and I don't blame you for that. Um, so scrying, what scrying is, what I like to do personally, anytime you meditate, always look to ground. You want to ground yourself. Keep that cable cord connected between you and the crystalline structure of the planet. Okay, um, so you can tap into that grid. When it comes to me personally, again, this is just my own personal experience and everything. It always comes in almost like, if you're familiar with selenite, that's what it, like, for whatever reason, that's what always comes to my mind when I do it. And it's like, it just looks like a root system of selenite. I don't know why that is or what that is. Maybe it is selenite. I don't know, but that's what always comes to me when I do that. Another way you can anchor into the core of the planet. That's another way to ground yourself. Work with your Earth Star chakra, root chakra. Both of those will help keep you grounded and protected while you meditate, because you open yourself up. You know, just like with people, you know, you can't you can't just full on open your heart to everyone. You know, you have to protect that energy. It's very sacred energy. Um, so with meditation, it's the same kind of thing. You want to keep yourself grounded, keep yourself protected, set very clear intentions on what meditation you're going into. This is my own personal opinion. But with scrying, so again, what I personally like to do, hematite ring, boom, place it on that. So the energies of this are being grounded. You're being protected through that. Labradorite is also a very protective stone, so keep that in mind too. But how you do this is you turn off the artificial light, and you have two candles on either side of you. So I personally would put the stone on my altar, and then where the camera's at, that's usually where I would sit, and then I would have the candles up there. So the candles are going to send their light into the stone, and then you could probably see that light possibly in the stone. It's going to be the same kind of thing, except for it's going to be the candle lights. And then that's going to give you a point of focus, a drishti, to work with. So as you have a drishti, you can squeeze your eyes, really tune into that drishti point, so you can clear everything else out in the space. You're focused. And then you can tap into what's happening around you. Do you feel any shifts of energy? Are there any other lights beyond the candle lights that are coming through the stone? Are the candle lights flashing at the same time, and then they, boom, go still, and then start flashing again, and then go still, right? Are they synced up like that? Are those flashes in tune and synced up with what's coming through your mind? These are all ways that you can tap into a deeper meaning of life. There's ways you can communicate. These are living beings. Okay? If you're familiar with Nikola Tesla, paraphrase quote of his is that the crystals are living beings. We don't understand their life cycles. So you want to honor their life force. Okay, as you honor their life force, as you acknowledge their life force, they're gonna want to work with you. Especially if you give them good vibes, you take care of them. You show them love, you clean them, you talk with them, right? Tell them you love them. It can go a long way. Because just like if you if you're at work or in a relationship or intimate relationship or just like a neighbor relationship, anything like that, and that person that's in your space doesn't acknowledge you and just like walks by like you don't exist, that doesn't feel good. Does that incline you to reach out to them and be like, oh hey, like I love you too? No. Like what the heck? Like I'm here, I exist, I'm living. Hello? It's the same kind of thing. You want to acknowledge that they're there, show them some love, give them a hug, So spheres, scrying. Another thing that the Labradorite will help you with is, like I said, it's protective. Very protective. So what I sense in my meditations that I've worked with Labradorite is that it, two different ways it protects. Okay? At least for myself, this is what I've sensed. Is you have an aura, you have your own energy field. Okay, some stronger than others, some smaller than others, not right or wrong. It's just kind of how it is, where your energetic development is at in that moment. It can completely shift. Your energies can shift completely in a matter of seconds, like if somebody were to come through that door and try to beat me up, my energy is going to shift completely. I'm going to go straight to my root chakra and try to survive. Okay? I'm not like, connecting with all that is, as much as I would love to like sit that person down and be like, hey man, like it's all love, like we're one. That might not be the scenario. You might have to survive. Everything wants to survive. Everything wants to survive. Period. Okay? So your energy can shift. But what Labradorite is going to do is it's going to form a light shield around you. Light shield. So when an energy comes in that isn't so friendly to you, it's going to shield that away. It's going to block that. It's going to deflect it. It's going to send it, along its merry way. Like, dude, like you don't come over here. I'm protected. I'm good, right? Another way that it's gonna protect you is in terms of it will help. That shield will also help contain your energy. It will help contain anything that is trying to seep out, whether that's you're unconscious of your energy and it's just loosely, drifting out of you, or somebody's trying to pull that energy out. Okay? So I'll relate this to a car on two different examples. So an oil leak. You might not be aware that there's an oil leak occurring. Maybe you are aware of it. But labradorite will stop your car from having an oil leak. Your car, right? Your vehicle to move around, to experience. Okay? Your consciousness is what's driving that car. It's what's empowering it. Another example for that is somebody's trying to siphon the gas out of your gas tank, trying to take your energy out of your vehicle, so you can't go anywhere, but they can go somewhere. Messed up, right? And this is silly, and obviously, you know, like, this isn't an end all be all type of thing, okay? First and foremost, not an end all be all. Nothing is like that. We live in a multi-dimensional plane, so you have to protect yourself on a multi-dimensional plane. It can't just be one dimension. It can't be. But one way you can help stop somebody from siphoning off your gas is to have one of those, to have a vehicle where you can't just like open up for the gas tank, right? How there's some cars where you have to open the door or whatever you want to call it, for the gas tank. You have to inside the car, you have to open it. Inside the car. Okay? So, like I said, like you could still, somebody can still come around and pry that sucker open and siphon the gas out of your tank. Super messed up, but that's the reality of it. And those aren't going to be the average people. You know, most people that are like siphoning the gas out of your tank don't even know that they're doing it. You know, they're unconsciously draining your energy. That's, you know. But there are people that know how to pry into your gas tank and siphon your energy out. Super bogus. But again, that is how it is. So, one dimension to help protect yourself. Just an example of it. Many other forms, you know, we can talk about that in a future video, or you know, if I know you personally or you want to reach out to me or something like that, you know, I'm more than welcome to talk about that kind of stuff. So two different things: raw, polished. Okay. Third one that I have for you is a mixture of that. Okay. So raw form, right? So you can still have that raw essence. Hold it in your hand. Find that raw vibration to it. Excuse me. Other side of it is polished. And this one in particular, when I saw it, oh man, I'll just kind of move it around. Hopefully you guys can get some good flashes of it. But this one, man, when I saw it, especially natural sunlight, bananas. So this goes gold, it goes purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, anything that you can think of. Nuts. All different shades. Okay? So you can, if you're really into meditation, you can use this kind of, just like scrying, right? You can use that point of focus to go in. You can be looking at a polished face of this, right? And then find a flash. The way that I like, especially this one's like, to me, like the best way that I could put it is it's like a movie almost, right? So each flash is its own scene. And then you can tap into that scene. Find that point of focus somewhere in there that it's like, yep, that's it. I'm going to travel to that part of the movie and experience what's going on in there. I've had many wild experiences with this particular piece. You know, I've seen, like, for an example, these are just my experiences, you know. So you may have something different. I don't know. But one time I was looking into this. Okay, in the sunlight. Sunlight is excellent. If you're just trying to look around and find that scene, like, oh yeah, that's it. There's one time where I like might sound crazy if you don't meditate and like journey, get outside yourself for a little bit. Um, but I was looking into this, and it was like I saw this mountain. I saw a mountain, and I went to the mountain, and had experiences there. It was nuts. You know, like I don't want to get too detailed into it because it's my own personal path with it, but you can tap into that stuff. Okay, you can tap into it on a lot of different levels. So and Labradorite is specifically very good to tap into the mystical side of life, into that deeper spiritual meaning of life. It can help show you what's happening behind the scenes, um, what our like waking life, what we can miss in it sometimes. Okay, so many different uses for it. If you're not practicing this kind of stuff already, this is an excellent stone to move you in that direction. To get your traction moving. It can be hard, like it's like if you've never worked out if you've never worked out before in your life and you're like, where do I even begin? I've never even done this. I have no routine. I've never had a movement practice in my life, anything of that nature. Where do I begin? We got to begin somewhere. Don't just, worry like, oh, where am I going to begin? Where am I going to start? Start somewhere. This might be somewhere. Might be somewhere. So if you have that calling, many of us on this planet currently are having that calling to go on a deeper journey. Life isn't life is not about the 9 to 5. Believe me, it's not about the 9 to 5. Man, if you are just living the 9 to 5, going home, watching TV and eating dinner and then hitting repeat, man, you are missing out. You are missing out. Please, for yourself, look for a new avenue to go down. You may need to continue to work that 9 to 5. Not that it's wrong to do a 9 to 5, okay? I'm just saying there's so much more to life than a 9 to 5. So much more. And this may be a good initiation for you, hint, hint, to get into that. It may open up doors for you that you're like, whoa, I can walk through there? That's actually a door that I can walk through. I can experience what's on the other side. That's an option. That's a reality that you can live out. I did a video on change, okay? If you're having that calling, if you are looking to make that change, go for it. Take that leap of faith. It might not start the next day, okay? It might not, and that's cool. It more than likely will not. More than likely it will not. But if you have the faith, if you trust yourself, if you are patient, something that I'm working on myself, being patient, taking it easy, being persistent with my practice, it's gonna come around. Before you know it, you're gonna, as you work with this energy, you're gonna attract energy that is on that same path. And then when you see that energy, when you feel that energy, work with it. Work with it. Maybe a person, maybe a place. I don't know. It's gonna be your path. I got my path. I'm walking down it. We might cross paths at one point. That's totally cool. We may walk the path together for a while. That's awesome. That's cool. I'm always down for a companion, for sure. We're in this together. Life is about unity. We're all one. One with the sun. So, if this struck a chord with you at all, take a chance. Go for it. You can find a little piece of labradorite, not that much money, $1 or $2, depending on where you're going, what you're looking for. Is it polished? Is it raw? Does it have, what kind of, reflections is it showing you? All that's going to determine the value of it for sure. So be mindful of that. You can tap into that. You can resonate with anything that you choose to resonate with. So if you choose to resonate with higher frequencies, higher vibrations, higher energies, that's what's going to come into your life. It's going to happen. I've seen it happen. I've experienced it. I overstand, so I don't understand it, right? I wasn't told like I'm telling you right now, right? I experienced it. I went through that experience. I overstand it. So if you may have gone through your own experiences and you overstand what I'm talking about. Maybe you understand it. No right or wrong. There was one point where I understood what somebody was talking about, but I didn't overstand it. That's cool. All part of the process, all part of your own journey, where you're trying to get to. And if you're trying to tap into that, again, that deeper spiritual side of yourself, we all have it, it's all there. This is going to help you out. Help me out. On many different occasions. On the protective side, right? As well as the mystical side. Getting deep into meditation, deep into my vision quest. What do you see in the crystal ball? What comes to you? It's going to reflect back to you things that you need to see, that you need to experience in that moment to further you along your path. And that's going to be different day to day. So the more you work with them, the more energy exchange you have with them, the more sacred energy exchange you have with your labradorite, the more connected you are with them. It's like when you're in a relationship, any type of relationship. Okay, when you've established a very strong connection with someone, then you guys can finish each other's sentences or read each other's minds and stuff, all that kind of thing, because you have that very strong energetic bond between one another. You've opened up that pathway for each other to communicate in that sense. Same thing. These are living beings. They vibrate. Everything vibrates, but this comes from the earth naturally. Super dope. Super dope. And you think about, I mean, I've been in stones and crystals for told my friend Judy this when I first met her. Namaste, Judy. For lifetimes. Been doing this for lifetimes, you know? Even if it's not lifetime, maybe this is your initiation into that. But yeah, lost my train of thought on that one. But yeah, it can help you out. It can help you on a lot of different planes, a lot of different dimensions. Okay. Yeah, if you guys got questions on Labradorite, any other type of energetic stuff involved with it, if you want me to cover other stones, crystals, that kind of stuff, that's where I wanted to go with it. On this planet, there are so many different stones and crystals to work with. It's a very diverse place. It's very diverse. So maybe Labradorite isn't the one that is like calling you in the moment. Maybe you need something else. You know? So be mindful of that. If you're already in this kind of work, you know, this is mainly for Labradorite, but if you're already in this kind of work and you're like, yo, I don't need that in the moment, you know, I need something more for my heart, you know, look for something that works with the heart. And then like what aspect of the heart? You know, are you trying to open it? Are you trying to balance your heart? Are you looking to learn how to express your heart more? Larimar is really good for that. Speaking how you feel. Lots of different tools to utilize on this plane, believe me. So, yeah, much love. Much, 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 much love. I love myself. I love you. I see you. I see you. Okay? I see you. Keep doing your thing. Believe in yourself. Have faith. Keep walking your path. This might be a good tool to have with you on your path. Especially if you're walking that narrow path, you know, you don't have much footwork to work, your foot room to work on that path, you know, you need a good companion to, you know, to hold it down with you. Labradorite might be a good companion. And if you're walking that path, you know what I mean. Okay? Much love. I'll see you next time.